Why were the stops difficult to come by? I mean, the largest lead that you guys had in this game was 6 points. Why was it a challenge to put some separation on the scoreboard?
Seems like every game we've had against Sacramento, Kerr, over the last 5-6 years, it at some point it just looks like a pickup game. You know, they love to play with pace. We love to play with pace. Before you know it, everybody's, having fun and laughing and knocking down threes. And, at some point you have to lock down defensively. And we eventually got there. We held them to 21 in the fourth, which was great. But, we could only score 23 ourselves. So it was a tough fourth quarter. I thought Draymond Green was just phenomenal. Some of the plays he made were just mind-boggling. He's so good at both ends. Defensively, obviously, just a superstar. And then offensively, just one of the smartest players I've ever been around. The assist, the putback rebound after Steph's layup missed. That was a huge play. And, he had an assist to Kelly late. I thought tonight Draymond really carried us in a lot of ways. And no disrespect to Steph, who had 37 points. He kind of does that every night. But to me, this game felt like Draymond's game.
Michael, earlier in this season, you weren't getting a lot of court time with Draymond, but now that you've been out there with him pretty regularly lately, how do you describe what he's able to do for you guys at both ends of the court?
It's incredible, man. His leadership, his ability to dictate the offense as well as the defense. It's like having another coach out there, like I've said before. Defensively, he creates confidence because he blows up so many plays. He's really vocal, so he's a leader on the court, telling you where you should be at what moment. And on the offensive end, he makes it so easy. You see, what do you have tonight again? Another double-digit assist night. What he's able to do for us is so important, and I think it translates into a lot of confidence on both ends.
Let me follow up on that, because what have you noticed about Draymond's passing ability, finding those angles and finding precisely where people are going to be? Why are you laughing?
Because he right here, he said this is awkward, I'm about to leave. He don't want to hear compliments, I guess. No, I think it's incredible. He has court vision. He understands the game. So the pass is on time, on target all the time. He puts us in a position to succeed offensively. When we don't have the ball yet, I think he knows that when we're going to be in the right position, when we're best, going to be a threat. I think he prepares us well for that. And then, like I said, it always seems to be in his hands, and he's ready to hit you on time, on target. And it shows. We have a lot of great offensive possessions when he's got the ball in his hands, and that's just been showing all year.
Thank you
guys.
So, Draymond, is it awkward to hear compliments about yourself?
It's awkward to hear myself talk, let alone listen to. Oh, I'm sorry. It's awkward to hear. Like, I'm doing this interview. Like, I don't watch this interview unless I'm doing TNT and I'm like watching film on myself. But the way I sound to myself, I don't sound like that when I watch the video. So it's even awkward to watch that, let alone to listen to somebody talk about me. It gets a little weird.
Right, how do you thread the needle? How do you thread when you're on offense and you're deciding whether to pass or not pass? What dictates to you whether you should pass it or hang on to it until a little bit later? How do you make that fine line decision in real time? Because it can't be easy.
I think it's all about watching the next man. Whoever that next rotation guy is. At times you hold it a second longer, and he don't think you making the pass. So it stops his momentum on the closeout, or it stops his momentum on, like, if he's making a rotation. Like, if they see that you see the guy open and then you kind of look him off, they stop paying attention to him as well. And if you can give a guy a split second more to get a shot off, I think that can make all the difference in whether they make or miss the shot. So it's all about reading the next guy. Whoever the next guy is on the pick and roll. If I'm getting the ball out of a pick and roll, in the pocket, then I'm usually reading the bottom man and the corner man. If the bottom man step up and the corner man don't step in, I got a lob. If the bottom man, if the corner man, if he does step in, I got the lob. I got the kick out. If he don't step in, I got the lob. So I think it's just really all about reading that next guy. And as far as, doing it in split second time, that's just kind of what you got to figure out. One thing I learned my very first time playing an NBA game was a preseason game. Jared Jack drove, and he dropped it off to me. He drew 2 defenders, dropped it off. I had a dunk. So I thought, by the time I gathered myself and jumped, there was 2 guys flying over me. I threw the ball up like that. And it just kind of showed me how fast guys can close space in this league, and so you just kind of got to learn to pick that up, to make those reads on the fly. Because, if you catch something open, sometimes you got to get it there, right away because guys closing that gap. And sometimes you can kind of look a guy off and get it there and give your guy, whoever's catching the ball, a little more time to finish or a little more time to get their shot off. So it's all about just making those split-second reads. In the league, the better guys, that's what you got to do.